So what are the key issues on the in terms of this strategy? What are you trying to do with the strategy?
Right. So let me give a background before we go into the issue. So, many years back, government has decided to deploy a lot of technology in our classrooms.
Yes.
But most of these technologies are they are built in silos. So they don't talk to each other. They do things differently. But the goal is one. We want to make sure our young people can be driven by tech and they can use it, because in the modern parlance, that is where we are. And we need to make sure they are compliant. Hence, we need to understand whether Ghana indeed is ready with all these technology stuff. So the World Bank did a study on what we call the EdTech Readiness Index to see whether ETRI, whether Ghana is really ready to even begin with this EdTech and other things. So within the EdTree, we were to look at a comprehensive global tool which will evaluate all the countries which Ghana was part.
Good.
And we're measuring different enabling factors. So what really are the factors that makes EdTech? So technical infrastructure, the human part, and also capacity. Wanted to make sure whether Ghana is ready in all these things. And then how we can monitor at the country level Ghana's progress to see where we are. And of course, we use this to inform policy. So let's see interesting things that came out of this.
Wonderful.
So we focus on 5 or 6 major areas: school management, teachers, students, devices, connectivity, and digital resources. When you want to bring EdTech and school management is not in favor, forget about it. They will keep these devices in their offices locked up, and then nothing happens. So teachers, school management play key role when it comes to whatever we do with technology. Students, yes, are very important because they are the user side. They use all these things. So we want to see whether they have support at school, at home, other places, because EdTech is a continuous process. We do not just go into it and then you do at school and then you come home, there are no devices to deal with it. Devices very important, but EdTech without devices,
it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
And then there's connectivity.
Connectivity, because Ghana's internet penetration rate itself is low, around 60–70%. We are heading towards 80, but we are still not getting what we are looking for. So connectivity was crucial for us to understand where we are, for students to assess it, the quality of service we want, and also the resources. All these can be in place. If we do not have the required resources, then we do not have EdTech. So these were the things that we have to look at within the framework, to look at policies, look at practices.
So the resources will be the content.
The content. So how we're able to get the right access to content, the right content for the delivery of all these things we are looking at. So
makes sense so far.
That's what we have put together. Then let's move on. So to be able to see Ghana's readiness, these were the indicators.
Wonderful.
So after all the evaluation, if Ghana falls within 4 to 5 in all of the components, then
we are good.
We are good.
3 to 4.
We have to know we are under caution.
1.
When we go to 1 to 3, then we need improvement.
We are in serious trouble.
Look at what happened in the Ghana situation.
Okay.
Let's see. We are almost red everywhere.
We are red everywhere?
Yes. Let's see. Go down. Go up.
This is serious.
Yeah.
All right. So let's move to the next one.
So
school management.
We are
red. No, we are yellow.
Yellow. Caution. It means that they are interested, but because of some indicators of how the bosses above them, treat. So we have one student, one laptop.
Sorry, go back. I want to just understand the 3 areas again. So
the
red means you need improvement.
We need improvement.
3 means yellow means you are
caution. So we are there, but
green is good.
Good.
Okay, so
that's what we are.
So there's no green.
No, there's no green.
So we are not
Ghana's
good anywhere.
Situation, no, we are not good anywhere.
And we are red plenty.
Red plenty because we attempt to do devices, but the devices get to the schools and they are not utilized.
So devices need improvement. Connectivity needs improvement.
Serious improvement, red.
Resources need improvement.
Yes, students, we are both caution and red because we have a lot of disparity.
Correct.
We only consider on some few schools. Teachers also, we have that kind of disparity. School management, they've done well there because we carry them along all the time. And that is where we are. So
it seems to me as if this will be a very important driver of the improvement.
All of them.
Here. So at least we are heartened that this is yellow.
This is yellow,
it's not red.
at least. And we are moving somewhere.
Very
Teachers,
good.
red, yellow, because, some teachers still fail to hold mouse today.
Yes.
They are still afraid.
They still draw it on the screen.
That's the whole thing.
Let's keep moving.
And then we move. So let's see. So because of this, look at where we are. So while we are red on practices, 2.7 availability, student access 1.49. So most of the students do not have devices. One policy eating us up is the secondary school level policy where you can't send devices to school. So surely it will be red. And then quality, we are still red because most of the principals are saying that bandwidth is not sufficient.
Not enough data.
Yeah, we don't have enough of these. Under policies, you can see we are scoring 2.5 for planning. Like I said, we do silos. So we are not really integrating things. And the monitoring, we have 2.5. We can send the EdTech in there, but we don't even monitor. So in no time, devices are worn or things are not helping.
Something here I wanted you to comment on.
Yeah.
In terms of policies, no clear strategies,
Monitoring mechanisms or support systems
exist. It's a big issue,
exactly.
right?
And that is why we are going with we initiated the EdTech strategy.
Thank you.
So we didn't have any out of the readiness. We saw that we're out. So then there was a need to put together a strategy document to guide the way Ghana will move within the EdTech space.
Wonderful.
Yep.
So let's move on.
So then we want to also bring to your attention that Ghana has an ICT in education policy.
So there's a policy there.
There's a policy.
Beautiful.
So that's the latest version is 2015. Attempt has been made to review it in 2024. I'm saying attempt because it's still in limbo. So now we only make reference to the 2015 document because that one is there. It has been approved and it's working.
So usually when you talk about policy, it's like what sits at the top.
At the top.
This is the government's vision.
The government vision.
Strategy
Then,
is how you want to get there.
how you want to get there.
That
is what's happening.
So there's a policy framework.
A policy framework.
Out of which you are now deriving a strategy.
The strategy and where we want to go.
And there were 8 policy areas.
Pillars. 8 pillars. So
management and administration of education.
And that's why we are doing well there. We are yellow because government was mindful to ensure that management and administration of the education system itself is catered for.
Then infrastructure, maintenance
connectivity, e-readiness, and equitable access. It's something that we are looking for to ensure we bridge. Then curriculum design, instructional delivery and assessment, inclusive ICTs for learners and educators with special educational needs,
correct,
capacity building and professional development, emerging tech and adaptability, industrial collaboration, partnership and financing, and then cyber security and digital safety.
So these are the 8 policy areas.
8 policy areas. So out of this, then we derived the strategy.
For each of the 8?
For each of the 8.
Amazing.
Hence, we even went beyond because some of them were big. We have to split them so we can have specific activities
but
to
at
do.
But this gives us a sense of how to think about it.
Exactly.
All right, let's move to the next one.
So that brought us to think of what we want to put into the EdTech strategy.
So you call it a digitally inclusive and resilient educational system in Ghana that enhances learning, teaching and management through accessible, relevant and sustainable EdTech. This is quite neat.
Exactly.
I like
and then that led us to have a mission where we want to guide the integration of digital technology into Ghana's educational system by strengthening foundational systems, which is very important because you saw teachers half red, half yellow. 2 students half red, half yellow. So we need to strengthen foundational systems, expand equitable access, empower educators and learners, and then promote innovation within our sector. So we need a strategy that can help us to achieve this mission.
I'm with you so far. I think the vision is clear. The mission is also, it makes sense. So let's go on.
Good. So what are the strategic objectives? We want to establish clear roles and policies and structures to lead the implementation, expand ICT infrastructure, support creation of localized content. So government has in mind we have to have curriculum design, but we need to make sure it's localized, train teachers, administrators, learners to have improved digital literacy, use data systems to track EdTech, protect the learner. Very important. Once you put them online, you expose them to tech, then you have to think of protection.
Particularly because they are young. So I would circle this as a key point for me as a parent.
Yep.
Protecting learners and school data is very critical for me as a parent. Yes.
So you can promote also responsible digital citizenship because now we are moving into a digital paradigm.
Yes.
We expect us to live in a certain code when we are also online.
Yes.
We cannot be seen as going beyond what is expected. Then we ensure all learners are part. So we are not taking anybody out. So disability, those in remote areas, everybody can have access.
So these are your strategic objectives. They are 8.
Yes.
Because of course your policy objectives were 8.
Yeah.
Let's move to the next one.
Good. So now, out of that, then we give it to the 13 thematic pillars of the strategy.
You are behaving like a computer scientist, right? So you are sort of deriving,
of course,
and your root issues.
Yeah,
very interesting. So governance, management and admin, infrastructure and connectivity, localized content creation, capacity building. Are these in order of importance, or is just 13?
Well, it's just 13.
It's just 13. Okay, so
we didn't order them in. But of course, if you look at it, it forms that intent because governance is crucial.
Yeah.
And
everything starts with that.
Everything starts from there.
And the management sort of takes over.
Infrastructure comes in. Block. So local content. So inherently,
it's like the base.
It's the base.
Then you build on that curriculum, ICT, inclusivity and accessibility, AI and emerging tech,
cybersecurity, data safety. You look at data management, how we protect,
protection,
how we monitor,
monitoring.
and then how we do the experiential learning.
This makes a lot of sense. So it's like you start from here and end
You
here.
end there.
Because at the end of the day, you want learning and innovation to thrive.
Yeah.
But it starts from the infrastructure, the governance.
Then we are leading down. So this is where we are with the strategy.
So parents, we have 13 thematic areas for the strategy. And I think it makes sense. I think it makes sense, at least for me.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask Larry and Genevieve what they think. Is this your last?
Yeah,
Is there one more?
no,
For
I think
now.
that's it.
Beautiful.
Sure,
Thank
for
you.
now.